Welcome back, fellow Fujians, to our third episode in the DPC learning experience. Today we'll be covering view modes as well as power savings. These little boys power the X-T2, and we need to learn how to conserve their power through using the battery grip as well as the view modes. So let's get into it. Dani, would you mind explaining how the mirrorless system puts extra strain on a camera battery?
So Warren, the problem with mirrorless cameras, are probably the biggest gripe everybody has is battery life, and for one simple reason is that because the viewfinder is electronic and everything is run electronic through here, it means that when I look through the viewfinder I basically get an electronic feed. And that electronic feed, it's a lot of battery life.
Dani, would you mind explaining to us how the image gets through the viewfinder on a mirrored camera versus a mirrorless camera?
So Warren, looking through an electronic viewfinder means that the camera is dependent on giving you feedback via the viewfinder, and that has its toll on battery life.
One of the things that takes the most power on the X-T2 while shooting is the LCD screen. So Fuji has given us different ways in which we can disable it during shooting to save power. Let me walk you through the different options that Fuji have given us to disable the LCD screen while shooting. We've got the eye sensor. So what that does is, as soon as you bring your eye to the camera, it will pick up, there is a sensor on the viewfinder where it will pick up that you're engaging the viewfinder with your eye. It will automatically switch the viewfinder on. This means that you don't have to have the back LCD screen on the whole time. The other option is the electronic viewfinder only. So this is personally what I use during a wedding, for instance, when I've got a long day ahead of me, and I will only be using the LCD screen to show my clients what the pictures look like. So I actually do the shooting and the reviewing of the images through the viewfinder in camera. The other one is the LCD monitor only, so you might want to use this if you're recording video or if you're shooting in live preview. I do use this option during weddings when I want to shoot at angles that are very difficult to get to, like very low down or very high up. You can also use this option if you want to get above the crowd. And then you have the electronic viewfinder and the eye sensor. So what happens there is when you bring your eye to the viewfinder, it turns the viewfinder on. When you take your eye away from the viewfinder switches off and the LCD switches on. So let me show you a practical demo of that. Here we have the eye sensor. So as soon as it picks up that I'm engaging the viewfinder, it switches the LCD off. As soon as you bring the camera away from your face, the LCD will switch on. Now I've got the electronic viewfinder on alone, which is how I shoot to preserve my battery throughout a long shoot. And you can also be reviewing your images through the viewfinder. And now it's the LCD only, so even if you engage the viewfinder, the LCD will stay on. One of the biggest challenges we have with mirrorless cameras is preserving the battery life because of the electronic viewfinder. So here are a few practical tips on how to save your battery on the X-T2. Secondly, I recommend getting a battery pack, especially for extended shoots like weddings, sporting events, or wildlife outings. The battery pack screws firmly onto the bottom of the X-T2. It takes 2 extra batteries. Additionally, on the battery pack, you have extra dials and commands, which include the focus stick lever, the autofocus button, auto exposure lock button, and then the 2 dials, which again are customizable. You also have the boost function with the XT2. Additional to these nifty features, if you pull back this rubber guard, is the ability to attach DC power for continuous power supply, as well as a headphone jack to monitor audio when using the video function. I'm Warren James, a Fuji ex-photographer. Thank you for watching this DPC Fuji learning experience. For more information on courses, visit dpc.co.za. I'd love to connect with you. Visit warrenjames.co.za. Thank you to Photon Lighting and Vanguard for supplying us the kit for this shoot. See you later.